This SNES has still seen better days, but I have a plan to restore it to the glory that it deserves. Sadly though, shipping times have left me sat around twiddling my thumbs about it for longer than I'm comfortable with. So how about we find something else to mess with for a minute? This is my SNES Jr, the console currently serving as my personal Super Nintendo machine. And when I said I wanted an older model for testing purposes, I mostly meant to compare against this. For those of you unfamiliar, the SNES underwent several revisions across the 8 or so years it was in production, and while all but the latest were able to output RGB, the highest fidelity analog video standard typically available in retro consoles, almost all models of the Super Nintendo are known for outputting some of the poorest quality RGB of any system. The Big N later released units with a consolidated motherboard design, known as one-chip consoles, and these are considered highly desirable because they fix the sharpness issue that plagued previous revisions. One-chip consoles aren't perfect, they have their own idiosyncrasies to be sure, but they're still far and away the most straightforward option for superior SNES quality. The problem is though, standard one-chip SNESs can be rather difficult to find, not to mention pricey, which is where these junior consoles come in. Designed to cut costs, they were the very last Super Nintendos to be released. They're easy to find and aren't all that expensive, primarily because they don't natively support RGB. This can be easily fixed though, with a simple and inexpensive RGB bypass mod, like this one from Voltar. They really should be installed in every one-chip system anyway, meaning a modded Junior really can be a great choice as a daily driver. This one isn't quite in its final form yet, but so far, personally, in addition to the RGB bypass, I've also given it a full recap and upgraded the voltage regulator with a brand new updated 7805 for the cleanest possible power. The results have been well worth it too. Comparing video output from my repaired eBay console, you can see the difference is night and day. I want to push this thing a little further though, by giving it the same USB-C treatment we gave Ol Yeller over here. I wasn't exaggerating before. I genuinely hate this power adapter. It weighs at least as much as the console itself, and it is a huge pain to plug in anywhere. After finding out recently that somebody had already taken the time to design a backplate for this bad boy that fits the exact trigger boards I have on hand, ditching this thing for USB-C seems like a no-brainer. I did take the liberty of going ahead and removing the text from the model, since it's pretty clear from previous attempts that the 3D printer I stole is not capable of this level of detail. The install process is pretty much identical. After desoldering the old DC power jack, we're just going to configure my Adafruit board to feed this 9 volts at 1 amp via power delivery directly into the original through holes, leaving the rest of the console's operation completely unchanged. I couldn't be happier with how this turned out, and this beast is now ready to continue its service, unmarred from the shackles of a decades-old power supply. I would like to see if I could maybe find a filament that more closely matches the original shell, or maybe paint the backplate for a more factory finish, but what do you think? What should I do with this thing next?